Welcome to the sweet world of chocolates, where the journey from bean to bar is a fascinating tale of transformation that goes hand in hand with tradition and technology. Let's go behind the scenes to see how the epic taste comes inside the bar of chocolate. From the lush cacao trees to the flight on the other end of the globe, the cacao beans undergo a blend of heavy machinery and the precise artistry of chocolatiers. Grab a snack and discover the secrets of the chocolate industry you never saw before. Spoiler, it takes a lot of work to produce one bar of your favorite delight. Before we get straight into cacao farms, the history of chocolates is really enchanting. It goes back more than 3,000 years, right in the era of the Maya, Toltec, and Aztec people. The Olmecs first discovered that cacao beans are edible. Ever since humans tasted this bite of the heavens, they were adamant that this delicious thing was the food of the gods. So, Mayans used to bury the dignitaries with bowls of chocolate. With the progress of civilization, cacao beans took the shape of a mildly bitter drink, which was served cold. At that time, people considered it an aphrodisiac, a stimulant, and a useful medicine. In 1502, Columbus realized the great potential of cacao beans on a native canoe in Nicaragua, and in 1528, Hernando Cortés brought the cacao into the Spanish court from the Aztec people. Spain kept the recipe of the chocolate a secret in order to gain a trade advantage over the European nations. However, Spanish people could never have a stronghold over cocoa production because of a simple fact. The cacao trees are very sensitive to temperature fluctuations, and at that time, grown only in temperate rainforests of Latin America. The delicate nature of cacao trees is still resisting giant industries of the West to cultivate it in the farms of Europe and America. So, the journey of this sweet, creamy snack starts from the rainforests of South America and regions of Africa. The trees grow best in the shade with temperatures around 25 to 30 degrees and suffocating humidity levels of 80%. Each Theobroma cacao, or simply cacao tree, bears fruits or pods which are about 5 to 12 inches long. Each pod contains 30 to 50 seeds inside, which are known as cacao beans. Don't confuse these raw fruits with cocoa beans. When the raw cacao is fermented, dried, and roasted, it transforms into the precursors of industry known as cocoa beans. As soon as the cacao pods are ripe, they'll be harvested by the native farmers in South America or Africa. The farmers will then remove the seeds after opening the pods. Each seed is about the size of an olive, and they grow in the column of 5 around a white pulp of pith. If we go back to 3,000 years to Latin America, this pith was known as baba and used to make fermented cacao wine. The farmers clean the beans with their hands and leave the white baba around them to develop the flavor. After this, the beans will be exposed to the light to remove moisture. And this light will also turn the white yellowing beans into purple color. If you are still thinking these beans do not look chocolate, don't worry. The next step will set the tone of the procedure. When they're dry, the beans are ready for fermentation. Africans and Latin Americans do it differently. Africans love the heap method, in which the beans are heaped in piles on the ground. The South Americans prefer the method of cascading boxes, in which beans will be transferred. In both methods, banana trees are used to cover the beans to protect them from heat for the next 2 to 9 days. When the due time is over, the beans start to take the color and flavor you know as chocolate. However, don't hurry to expect they are ready. The farmers will patiently dry them up for the next 7 to 14 days on bamboo mats and wooden boards under hot tropical sun. Farmers take great care of beans during this stage because they are soon to get the prize for their hard work from the buyers of the international market. Beans are raked and turned over consistently to remove any moisture from them. Once dried, the beans will be sacked and bundled in front of the quality assurance team of the industry. After the approval of these guys, the beans will be shipped out of the continent to complete the rest of the journey on giant machines of the industry. Though cacao beans can be harvested after a short time, the farmers harvest them only twice a year, so that they can earn good by selling these lovingly raised crops. When the beans are received in the industry, they will immediately be categorized by desired characteristics. They will either blend with other origins and estates or be kept as single origin chocolate. After this necessary scrutiny, the beans will go through the delicate process of winnowing. During winnowing, the beans will get cleaned again and roasted at room temperature. The shells of the beans will be removed from the nibs, also known as meat of the bean. The industry workers will finely ground nibs into the cocoa mass, aka cocoa liquor. This liquor is solid at room temperature and standard pressure, but under high crucifying pressure, this paste yields two products, cocoa powder and cocoa butter. This cocoa mass forms the foundation of chocolate in the industry. Chocolatiers add cocoa butter and other ingredients to the cocoa liquor to produce different kinds of chocolate according to the need and the company's signature requirements. Dark chocolates are simplest. They need the addition of cocoa butter and sugar in the foundational cocoa liquor. Milk chocolate is different from dark chocolate. Apart from all other ingredients of dark chocolate, milk powder is also added to milk chocolate. However, the foundational cocoa mass is absent in white chocolate, and it contains only cocoa butter, sugar, and milk powder. White chocolate and its increasing market demand are the reasons why cocoa mass is put under high pressure to yield cocoa butter and cocoa powder. Because it does not contain cocoa mass, some people do not consider white chocolate as true chocolate. However, it certainly is an effective snack for people having stomach issues with cocoa liquor. The next step is finessing and giving the final touches to the raw chocolate we have just made. The different kinds of chocolates will see the bottom of a large conch now. A conch is a giant agitator that stirs the mixture under heat. It will provide necessary aeration to the liquids and contribute to the consistency of the mixture. This process is known as conching, and it is very important to remove all the remaining moisture and unnecessary acids formed during the fermentation. Conching ensures the production of delicious, consistent, and out-of-the-world gourmet chocolate. At this point, the final aroma and flavors are defined. Soy lecithin or cocoa butter may be added if the mixture has not acquired the benchmark smoothness and fluidity. When the chocolatiers are satisfied with these final maneuvers, they give the green signal for molding and tempering. Now the taste of the chocolate is finalized, but it still needs to be molded into preferred shapes to hit the market. This requires gradual tempering of the mixture. During the tempering, industrials give enough heat to the mixture so that cocoa butter takes its most stable form. After well tempering, the chocolate gets its snap, smoothness, and shining surface. Proper tempering is responsible for preventing blooms on chocolate. Blooms are the whitish layers present on the bars when you open the wrapper. Blooming means an imbalance of sugar of fat crystals in the chocolate mixture. The production of chocolate is now officially finished in an industry. But of course, it will not remain in this shape for long. Bakers, chocolatiers, and home chefs around the world will apply this delicious food in various applications to enhance the taste of food and to make everyone happy. That's the most beautiful thing about chocolate. It started with the hard work of farmers out in Africa, processed under the heavy designs on which humanity is proud, and ended at the tip of your tongue with a smile on your face. And with this smile, our journey in the exploration of a chocolate factory also ends. Comment down below if you got to know the secret of your favorite cocoa flavor. Don't leave without a thumbs up and your support to us in the form of a subscription. Let's get connected and tell us what food you are eager to explore next on Inside the Making.